in the week 1 loss to the Chicago Bears. He went 13 for 28 for 164 yards and 1 interception. And obviously to the loss to the Bears, you can blame it on the rain, you can blame it on the wind, you can blame it on being on the road. But in the end, he did not look good. So, Combs, week 2 matchups are coming up. If the 49ers lose and Trey Lance does not look good in week 2, then what?
Then nothing. I mean, he's going to get a chance in week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, because Kyle Shanahan's ego is not going to allow him to go to Jimmy G. It's just not. Jimmy G is going to be resigned to be the backup until he gets traded. And I know I've heard people talk about the Dallas Cowboys now that Dak is out. There's no way the Cowboys aren't making that move because they're not going to put themselves in that situation for when Dak comes back. I think Jimmy G's just resigned to it. Like, he's not going to have an opportunity to be a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers because they're not going to go away from Trey Lance. They're going to give him every opportunity to fail as much as they're going to give him every opportunity to succeed. And it's just, it's what's going to happen. And they're one of those teams that if they don't figure it out, which, I mean, look, again, people are, the rain's why the 49ers look so bad. Well, the Bears were playing in the rain too. Okay, so there's no excuses there. You cannot tell me that the weather played a factor in how the one team outperformed another team in the same stadium. It's not a fair comparison to either team, right? Because if you're telling me the Bears, being a 1-0 team is more fluky than the Chargers being a 1-0 team because the Bears played in a shitty weather game, then I'm with you, right? Because they didn't play in the same weather, they didn't play in the same stadium, they didn't play the same team, they played different opponents. Then you can make that comparison. But these two teams played in the same stadium. Trey Lance is just not that guy. Trey Lance was all over the place. He was wildly inaccurate. He could not break containment, making wrong reads. Like, he looked terrible. Justin Fields looked the same way in the first half, but Justin Fields made adjustments. You didn't see that from Trey Lance. And those are the things Trey Lance needs to learn to be successful in this league.
So one thing that we talked about, Combs, weeks ago, maybe a month ago, is Trey Lance has not played a full season in the NFL and let alone in college since 2019. That is 3 years of not playing football, not at NFL speed, not college speed, practice speed, right? He has been on the practice field over and over and over. Yes, he did see the field, 2 games last year or maybe 1 game, and he did get a touchdown and maybe a rushing touchdown I like as well. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I do remember him finding the end zone and the crowd going crazy. But if they lose, the 49ers, that is, lose week 2 versus the Seahawks, and Trey Lance looks bad, Combs, the San Francisco 49ers are looking at a very, very rough start because you are now 0-2. You were 0-1 in your division, and then you travel to Mile High to take on the Denver Broncos next. Tough place to play. Then you take on the reigning Super Bowl champions, the LA Rams. And then you travel across the United States and take on the Carolina Panthers. We are looking at an 0-5, if not an 0-6 start, because in the following week they travel back and they play the Falcons again. So if they start 0-2 and Trey Lance looks bad, by week 4, we will see Jimmy G at the helm in San Francisco 49ers. There is no reason why they shouldn't, because Jimmy G, when healthy, when he plays a full season, they go to the NFC Championship. The San Francisco 49ers have a good team. They have George Kittle. They have Deebo Samuel. They have a top 5 defense in the league. You have to capitalize on this right now. The window in the NFL, Combs, is so short. If you do not capitalize when the window is barely cracked open, you are going to be a crap organization. Look at the Houston Texans. Look at the Jets. Look at the Giants. They are crap organizations that didn't capitalize when they had the chance. Thank you for checking out that Man Hour clip. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button and below, and of course, share this with a couple friends. But if you like what you just saw, click right here to check out our latest video, and of course, click right here to subscribe. And as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.